Three, two, one, and bingo was his name. Oh, Psalm 146. Yes, ma'am. You are the firstliest, the very firstest. And let me see who else is coming to the party. It says waiting for GQUAT. Okay. So there are three thumbs up. So that must be me and you and somebody in the bushes. So I've been looking for some yarn. Why? Because there's a new baby coming in the family. And it'll take me from now till the next 6 months to crochet something. If I crochet anything, probably be a little baby quilt. So I hope everyone is having a good day. I had an early morning appointment and I got back in time to see Yankee Sister and Francesca and Brother Antonio live. So I would like to thank each and every one of you for coming to the party. So it says 401. So they'll probably send out the message anytime soon. So meanwhile, I have this crochet. What am I doing? Just making a cover. Babies are such a blessing. Such a blessing. Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick. I have a new aide, and she thinks either I'm crazy or I'm just the pickiest thing. She doesn't understand I'm OCD-ish. I understand that I'm OCD-ish. So what is this? I'm just practicing holding these new crochet hooks, which is actually twisted around and around and around because I put it in my bag for my morning appointment. Psalm says, blessings, Nikki. What am I doing with this? I just like the cover of it. And here in my studio, I have so many boxes, so many things out. I thought I'd just make a little cover to go over things, or a table cover or something, or just get my fingers loosened up for the upcoming papoose. Funny story, when I was expecting my son, it was the first male baby in the family of his grandchildren, my dad's grandchildren, and he used to call my son Papoose. So this is really a pretty cover. It's just going to be a box cover, to lay it on top of some of the stuff you all see around here when I'm live. Lord have mercy. Can't stop walking but mowing and cruising. How you doing, sir? I've been watching you in the mornings on TV and just trying to stay woke and keep you company. Yeah, one day there you were really struggling. I was worried about you. Let me first welcome everybody to the Garden Quilt and Art Show, where good friends become family and family is everything. For those of you who are new or in the bushes, I have several new subscribers. This channel is about 6 living generations. I have been alive for 8 generations, and we traditionally cook from scratch. I can't stop us talking about that old school cooking. That's the only way I can cook. I have to start, like if I'm making beans, I have to start the night before to soak them, the dry beans, put the meat on low so that I can make my own bone broth, that type of thing. And we garden. We do all the heritage arts, the crochet, the knitting, the needlepoint, the macrame, all those things. Yvonne Sidbury, I don't remember seeing you here before. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you enjoy yourself. Stay and come back. and sit a while. Why? Because good friends become family, and family is everything. So if you're here on the replay, thank you for coming. Moderators, thank you. Oh, how come that's not showing up? Let me look. Oh, now I can see it because I'm on Restream, and now I see Nikki over there in the blue, and she's welcoming Yvonne Sidbury, and of course the members of the Friends and Family Club. They said the bean is almost on the scene. Oh, tell them I said hello. And your package will be going out on Monday. I will be doing another giveaway at the end of the live today, but I didn't put it in anything because some people come just for giveaways and then you don't see them again. That's fine. We'll welcome you anytime for any reason. And, it's like somebody you invite for dinner and then they eat more than anybody else. Hey, you invited them to dinner. It is what it is. Can they have something to take home? Certainly. If there's any left, everybody can. That's how we roll. That's how my family rolls. We always had huge amounts of food for dinner every day because we always had a sit down dinner growing up, and there were a minimum of 10 people to eat every day. There were us 6 kids. There was at least one grandmother, my mom and dad, and then later on my daughter and other members. My other grandparents lived nearby, aunts, uncles, cousins. We always had a garden, and there were always big pots, and mommy could put something else on so quick, so quick. One of my cousins still talks about mommy's meatloaf and mashed potatoes. LP, the LP Dimension, thanks for coming. In the bushes listening. Yes, I know it's 4 p.m. Eastern, and other places, including California, it is what, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So yes, so I know folk are working. So to bring you guys up to date, and my sister, Auntie Joanne Stevens, she says, Sissy, last week I was feeling kind of crummy, and I was excited about what the things I was showing you. I can talk so fast. I go so fast. So I'm just going to slow down and enjoy my company today and see what you guys are doing. Who, meatloaf and mashed potatoes? Yes, 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 y'all. And don't forget the gravy on the mashed potatoes. We had gravy on everything. Daddy, like even if we had fried chicken, Daddy's chicken was always in gravy. He liked his smothered. When you got from picking up your other son from high school, you're going to make a big old pot of soup so the whole house can be hot and steamy. It's colder than a penguin's nose today. I I wish I'd brought a bowl of it over here. I started yesterday in the slow cooker and I made some bone broth, and then I strained all the broth out and started today with the soup. I had soaked some navy beans. I make the best navy bean soup. In fact, that's my most watched video on YouTube. I don't know. I mean, it's not like I have millions of views, but there are like 7, 8, 9, 10,000 views, and that's my navy beans. And I cooked them down. It was like till they get all thick and everything. And that was one of my first videos, and they were really good. Maria Graham, thanks and welcome in, welcome in. So today my soup is, I could eat a pot of soup every day. I made soup. Today's Thursday. I made a big pot of black bean soup on Monday, but I gave it all away. I ate like 2 bowls of it, and that was enough. I actually threw away some because it was in the back of the fridge. It got pushed in the back for a week, and I didn't want it, and I wanted it fresh. So today's soup is a navy bean with carrot, celery, onion, garlic, and spinach. And it's cooked in homemade bone broth. So, so, so good. So I had a morning appointment, watched Yankee Sister for a while. Then I had a small medical procedure yesterday. My face is a little poofy. And I just rested and watched TV, the videos I could see, tried to comment on them, and waited for you guys to come in, come in, come in. So, what have I been doing since Monday? It's time for me to put $5 in. $5 in. There is a $5 challenge, and it started November 1st, and it's to put $5 minimum per week away for 1 year. So today's 12/12/2024. Putting my little $5 in cash in. For those of you who don't have cash, sometimes you look for cash, there's no cash around, or you can't get cash, or this store is closed, or you can only do this, only do that. So, yes, this challenge is from 11/1/2024 to 11/1/2025. And today is December 12th, my baby sister's birthday. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday to ya. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Delabella. So she's not really into social media, but guess what, you guys? You know who is? Hello, Mother. My mom. I walked into the house on Sunday and I went into her bedroom to kiss her. And she turned over and she said, "You're here already?" She knows that it takes me about an hour in traffic to get there. And she said, "I saw your show last night when you said that you're going to your mother's house in the morning." She was like, her little eyes were wide awake. She was so happy. Mike's Chaotic Gardening is saying, "Hello, Delabella." The Everyday Life of an OCD-ish chick is saying, "Hello, hello, hello." I'm the eldest of six children, but I'm the shortest. I'm the shortest. So Yvonne Sidbury saying, "Hello, Delabella," to my baby sister. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see it on the phone because I was looking we have a family chat, and I was looking for a picture to put in there. The stupid phone. So let me see if I can. Well, that's not what I'm doing. I'm not trying to send it anywhere. Okay, so photos. I wanted to enlarge it, and my iPad is over there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a photo, and I have two sisters and two brothers, and it's my sister Della on the end, and me, the little shorty next to her, my brother Joe, my brother cousin Kenny, and my brother Bill. They're all in the 6 foot range. Maria Grin says, "Mike, are you feeling better? You should have some of the soup I made all this week, Mike, with the bone broth in it." So, a bit, you just got out of bed? Come on in, Mike. Pull up they said nice photo. Thank you, Nikki. So that was actually at my mother's birthday about a year or two ago, because one brother lives in Arizona, one lives in Texas now. My baby sister lives in the same town as my mother. She never cut the umbilical cord and moved far away like the others. And my sister, Joanne Stevens, lives in Arizona. Miss Shirley OG, hey sis. welcome home. And for those of you in the chat, Miss Shirley O.G. Gardner goes live tonight about 7 o'clock. She knows her big sister is usually falling asleep by then. Tamika Davis is saying hello, everyone. We shared some things this morning, some blessings on Yankee Sisters channel, and it was really nice getting to know things. I could make you. I have some broth canned. I have some canned, but I just made this fresh today. I don't know why. I just felt like it. Actually, there was a reason because bone broth is so healing. And watch me try not to choke on this. Seems like I was trying to catch a little cold. My bronchitis was acting up. I was acting up today too. You guys know I have PTSD. I'm usually pretty good. But I was at this location, and where I was sitting this morning on my appointment, there was a table, and it had like tissues on it, other little things, recipes, other things that you could pick up. So I'm sitting in the corner minding my business with my mask on because I have respiratory issues, and I get it. Nobody has to wear a mask except me because I catch everything. I'm allergic to everything. So this guy comes over and he goes like right this close to me and bending down. I'm like, well, just a minute. Let me get up. You can get whatever you like today, but just don't breathe on me. I don't want to breathe anybody's air. I do not want to be sick for the holidays, for Christmas. I want to go see my mom and the family, and I certainly don't want to bring them anything. I'm going to put this cough drop in my mouth for a minute, you guys. Our treasured home, Nancy. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I see you growing your seed collection over there. Frugal Mama, welcome, welcome, welcome. You've been busy today. I've been seeing you around these YouTube streets. So the phone decided to stop. Oh, oh, look where it stopped. Me and my baby sister. I get on her nerves though. Let me take this out. People say, who's the oldest? Because after you, only the very young and the very old can you tell, like an age difference. So every time, oh, she's so cute. Isn't she cute? So they say, well, who's the oldest? I always point at her or one of my brothers or sisters. I'm older than everybody everywhere. I'm older than everybody in here. I'm the oldest person I know in the gardening community YouTube streets. I'm 76 years old. And when I talk about age, I think about when I say there are 6 living generations. Well, mommy is 93. But guess what? I knew all 4 of my grandparents. I knew her mother and father, and my other grandmother and grandfather lived in the neighborhood. And one of my 3 of my great grandparents were born in like 1896, 1898, 1899, and then one, the little youngest one, my mom's grandma, was born in 1931. So can you imagine? I knew people that were born. I knew people, hugged them, kissed them, loved them, that were born in the 1800s. That's how old I actually am. I took the handicap. I just have to. Oh, that's something else. Excuse me for standing up in your face, you guys. I'm famous for bumping up against something and putting the stove on. I thought I accidentally left something on the stove. Must be a neighbor cooking. I'm the only one that cooks that good old fashioned smelling food. One of the neighbors down the hall says, "Oh, I smelled somebody cooking. I knew it was you, Ellen, because you always cook that old fashioned, cook from scratch, down home food." I do. I do. I talk northern, but I cook southern. Yes. So, what else have I been up to since I saw you guys last on Saturday. I I'm still looking because that cooking smells really, really close. I made a neck bone pillow. This one is a Christmas present. It's for my granddaughter. She's not, sometimes she's in the bushes. She's in the bushes. But when they turn on the TV in mommy's room, it's really, really loud. And you can hear it like in the den and in the living room. So I made this little pillow. I found this fabric with butterflies on it. I just thought it was cute. And since she didn't get one yet, a neck bone pillow that is, I made her one. This will be one of her Christmas presents. And then I'm giving her something that she can create art with. I wanted to give you an update on a project I have been working on for the last couple of weeks. And it's totally finished now. And this is a panel, a Christmas panel. I don't have any decorations up for Christmas except my little Dollar Tree tree. And this will be going on the wall. It's a wall hanging. I just want you guys to see that the hanging sleeve is finished. It's the same color as the backing, so it's kind of hard to see. So I will be putting the I won't, the maintenance, somebody will be putting that out because I'm not going to be standing. But you see how big this bracket is to put this in. I won't be standing up on the sofa. I will not be standing up on the sofa myself trying to hang it on the wall up there. No, not doing it. It looks like I'm going to fall out the window when I try. Thank you, Maria. And all the back is stitched down. The back is stitched down. And because that little oh, hi Sissy Joanne Stevens, passionately intrigued art. Tracy, you're watching on the big screen. That's how we like to roll, right? I've been seeing you. Oh, I didn't know Domino's, you guys, came in different sizes. PIA was making some custom dominoes, and she said they were professional size, and she was making a custom box to put them in. I thought that was really, really cool. So a while ago, this is just a piece of fleece. It's not very wide. This is the width. It's almost like a lap blanket. But you know what this is for? Something Uncle Roscoe asked me for. And he asked me to make a covering for Auntie Joanne's orange leather sofa. So I've got to get this out in the mail. Uncle Roscoe's birthday is January 1st. So it's got to get started somehow. And this is small. It's got a label on it. It's to keep his daughter Angel from scratching on the sofa and doing things. And guess what she was doing? Oh, I shouldn't tell on her. On snitches were stitches. But Maria Graham, she may or may not have tried to steal something, a gift that you sent to Auntie Joanne. That little not an angel. So yeah, that's what I've been working. Have any of you made any gifts other than Miss Shirley? She knew her grandfather and grandparents before they died. You know, there's nothing like family. Oh, you know what my grandpap used to do? Well, Grandpap Johnny, my dad's dad, he used to bite us. He used to bite us, take a little nip. And he used to say, he was from North Carolina, and he would say, Penny, you gonna be a school teacher when you grow up? No, Grandpa, I am not gonna be a school teacher. Although actually I was. I used to teach in after school, middle school classes, and I taught a lot of college classes. Yes. Almost homesteading with Janet. Welcome, 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 Janet. And your little package will be going out. I received your postage, and your package with your bag will be going out. I'm going to get my aide to help me go to the post office probably Monday. I will spend. Somebody said Psalm said she likes pizza sized dominoes. That is funny. I bought one of those home pizza things one day this week. I don't know why I was in the store, or it was like almost like naan bread, flat bread, and I could put my own tomato sauce and cheeses and stuff on it. So almost homesteading with Janet is purchasing a homestead, her and her giant husband, and they are restoring it. And it is amazing. For those of you who are content creators, put an exclamation mark GQUAT in the chat so you can drop your channel, and anybody who's not familiar with you can find you. Sissy, Joanne Stevens, or do you see I'm trying to slow down? I played my tape back and I was going fast. I get so excited. You guys, you just invigorate me, and I have so much to tell you. It's like I haven't seen you since Saturday. I guess that's how my mom feels when I'm trying to pull up the chat, when she comes in and she sees me, she sees what I've been working on. Have any of you made any gifts by hand over the holidays, including food? If you're making, Yankee Sister said she was making zucchini bread to wrap up for gifts. I will be making, I will be making maybe 10, 12 dozen oatmeal cookies very soon. Some will have chocolate chips in them. Some will have walnuts in them. Some will have pecans. Some will have craisins, and some will be plain. Giant hubby is watching with me. Oh, tell James I said Auntie said hello. Hello, hello, hello. And I have something else for you, Janet. I know you like oh, there we go again. I think this piece goes on this side. So I don't know if you noticed, I got my hair retwisted Sunday. So it's tight again and it's doing what it wants to do. So how many of you are participating in the winter indoor growing? I am participating and I hope they have my name in there. I put an entry video saying that I was sorting seeds. These are giveaway seeds. I will be giving away some seeds to you guys. Lemon balm, Jamaican sorrel. I have extra seeds. Butternut squash from my fourth generation of growing butternut squash. Butternut squash here in my community garden. Oh, and I got some recipes today when I was out. You made all your Christmas gifts and sent them out. Maria Graham, you and my neighbor that I was hanging out with today, you two are the quickest with that. And she was telling me today, she says, I got your gift. It came yesterday. I'm like, don't tell me, don't tell me. I'm always the last one. Oh, no, no, no. The WIG challenge, as long as you started after December 1st, you start from C and you put the hashtag WIG 2024. And I don't think it ends until like mid. Mike, can you put the end date in the chat? What day does the WIG 2024? And it's hosted by Mike's Chaotic Gardening and by GT Junior Grows in Alaska. So I don't have mine in the soil. I'm resting. I have all these other challenges going. I have a challenge going dealing with quilting, and it's 15 minutes a day. Most of you know I've had a challenge going on for a couple years where you create any type of art for 15 minutes a day. Oh, good. So the WIG grow off does not end until April 4th, 2025. So all of you have a chance to grow. You can grow with soil. You can get a grow light, the ones like painters use, and just put a grow light bulb in it. It doesn't have to be fancy. When I first started my first indoor grow off, and I won. Oh, where's my crown? I have a crown around here that I bought myself, the queen. And I started, I had some seeds and I put them on a cookie sheet and I put it on top of a tall pot on the cookie sheet so I could use the oven light. I did not have one. Then I bought an arrow garden. Then when I won the grow off, I got a small lead pot and some seeds. And then I bought, I think, a 12 slot garden. I don't know which hydroponic it is, but when you grow hydroponically, things grow 5 times. Only rules are to grow from seed, any style, indoors. Indoors. So if I start in January, I'm going to give you all a head start. Like I can run so fast that I can dust you by starting in January. I'm resting because I have a couple of sewing challenges. I have a strip quilt challenge that I'm on. I finished block 24 of 30. They're not trimmed because I have a new aid, and when you have anybody else in your house, oh, I like that. Auntie Ellen, the Grand Queen. Yes, the Grand Queen of of La Di Da. So I Oh, I forgot what I was going to tell you. That's what mommy says. She goes, "You're so funny." Yes, it does pair with Vlogmas. I didn't call it Vlogmas. I just called it a 15-minute a day quilt challenge. And it's today's day 12 because it's the 12th day of the month. So I will be posting something, and what I'm going to post is what we are going to do right now. Let me see what time it is. It's 4:30, and we're going to go over to the sewing machine, and I have a large quilt block with Christmas colors in it, and it's red and black and some other colors I thought were Christmassy, and we're going to stitch in the ditch to put the 3 layers together. Then I already made the binding, and we're going to put the binding on it, and I'm going to give it away tonight. Let me take my pen. Psalm 146 won a gift last week. So let's go, let's go, let's go. So up we go. And I'm looking down to make sure I don't trip on anything. And I found out that if I put this right here, you guys can see up close what I'm sewing. And my staging area. You guys, I have been I have a lot of shorts. I did like 2 or 3 shorts for Vlogmas, I guess you could call it. I did 2 or 3 shorts because my aide helps me. She'll see me doing something and she'll say, did you take a picture? Or she'll just pick up my camera and do a little like 15-second short. And I've been posting them, and oh my goodness, I've been getting so many views. So, what is all this stuff behind me? I think somebody asked. That big thing back there is a china cupboard that's full. All the shelves are full of the big spools of thread. So, today I will be using a gold thread and, excuse me, looks to see, I had to buy a 6.5 inch square up ruler because I couldn't find one. I don't know. The other one is black and you can't see it. I have impaired vision. So I bought another one so that I could square up my blocks. I want to finish my last 6 blocks for my strip quilt before I start on an African fabric quilt challenge that will be starting next week. Kelly, I bring it every day. Welcome, welcome, welcome. My little goat bell from Lilac. So, this is the front. This is the front of a casserole dish. I think it's going to end up about, most casserole dishes are like 8 inches by 8 inches, or the big ones are 9 by 13. So this one will be about 17 inches square. So this will hold a pretty big pot, even a roasting pan. And the back will look like this. I had some blocks that were 10.5 inches that I cut. And I will be getting this, let me see. I'm trying to get this just right so that the writing isn't in the way. So there it is. So you see the gold thread that I'm using. You see this tall thread holder. And I'm going to stitch in gold. And I have already pre-made this cute green. This is a really nice batik fabric. And it's like too good to use for a casserole dish. Nothing is too good for my family. So I will be making this. And you hang on tonight, and someone will own this for Christmas. I'm going to get somebody to help me go to the post office on Monday because a couple of the boxes that are going out are kind of heavy. Then I have a couple small packages, but the rest will be going off after Christmas because shipping is so expensive. I am on a fixed budget, and I got kids. I got 6 generations to make stuff and get it out the door. So I don't know if you can see how pretty this batik is. So let's get to it. I'm going to turn on my little heavy duty singer, and I have gold in the top, gold thread, that is, not gold metallic thread, just a gold colored thread. There is a difference. And I will show you. I actually do get metallic thread, but you have to use a special needle that doesn't rip it. And I have already pin basted this. My aide and I, we go down there and do arts and crafts. I went to the community room this week. I don't need this pressing board right now. And you know what? I don't know if anybody would like this. I am so sick of this fabric. These are 10.5 inch blocks, and there are, excuse me, 8 of them. I'm going to give these away if somebody will pay for the postage and you want them. They're pre-cut. They're really pretty red fabric, but I'm just tired of sewing it. There were 160 yards of it. I'm down to I think the last 8 blocks. So without further ado, I'm going to do a straight stitch. I'm going to put the stitch length on 3, the stitch width is 0, And normally you start quilting in the middle of something, but this is such a small piece, I can straighten it out and keep it going just by holding it with my hands and a couple little pins. So I'm lifting the feed dogs. I'm putting the thread in the back. I'm starting in this corner, and I think this little gold thread will actually look cute. Hola, Yankee Sister Olmsted. You set up, yes, you're driving. Shiloh is typing. Hi, Shiloh. Hi, Ezra. Those are my grandkids with Yankee Sister Homestead. I was in the bushes today when you all were live. So a couple stitches forward and back, and I'm stitching just on the inside of the black fabric. Yes, you can use quilting gloves, but this is just small piece, such a small piece that I'm not going to do all that. So the red fabric is so busy, I'm just putting the little gold stitching just on the inside. So I'm going to lift this up. And clip the threads. I have to look to see where I sewed it because you don't see when you're stitching in the ditch. PIA asked about that. Like right along here, I stitch. You can see it on the back. So I'm just going to put 4 little lines going across there. And poof, that's done. I'm doing this to show you guys that, yes, it's not too late. And you can make Christmas gifts. You can make Christmas gifts. I don't think there's anybody. Oh, the rules for tonight for the giveaway, you have to be over 18. You have to live in the lower 48 for shipping. But if you win and you're outside the 48, we can do a small cash app or something that will be the same as shipping. I don't charge for my time or anything for making these gifts. Perfection Baking, hi, how are you doing? It's nice. I like watching on TV. It's so much easier to see stitch work. Tamika Davis is saying hi. So, excuse me. A couple stitches forward and back. And someone will be getting a nice little table runner tonight. Now, in here, it's doing something a little wonky. But this is not going to the Connecticut State Fair. This is just a little something to give one of you subscribers. So if you're not a subscriber and you would like to win, it doesn't cost anything. Just do a thumbs up, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that you'll know when we go live. And we're giving away little homemade things. So now, I don't know if you can see on the back, you can see where the X is. And I made a quilt for someone. The entire quilt was red and black. And I started with 10 and a half inch blocks because I cut my own. There are some blocks that you can buy pre-cut and they're called layer cakes, but they're only 10 inches. I have a couple of patterns that I use that specifically call for a 10 and a half inch block to get it to match up with other blocks. So I cut them in advance. And this one, an orphan block, means when you're making something and either you miscount or you intentionally made one extra because sometimes they just don't match up. Like the different colors, or you don't like this one next to that one. So you make an extra one. And this is what I do with it. Now, here is the last line that I'm going to be doing of the stitch in the ditch. Are there any questions? Okay. So someone will have this on their table before Christmas. La-di-da-di-da. So that was the string. And it's not anything fancy. It's just something made with love. Okay. Do you like this, you guys? When I figured out how to put and it takes such a good picture because I'm using my computer. I was just looking to make sure I didn't push it too far back on that little stool it's on. But this is just perfect. It's just perfect. Perfecto. So now I'm going to take the pins out. This is what you call pin basting when you use pins to hold it together. And there are different kinds of pins. You can get some at the dollar store, but you see these? I like about an inch and a half. They come in different sizes. Hey, Doretha Butterroll Boutique. Thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. So you see this little bend in there? It makes it easy when you're pinning to stick it down and pull it back up and then close it. So as opposed to this one, it's just a little cheapy straight across. Sometimes these buckle up under the bottom and it doesn't stay flat. Okay. So here's the front. And there's the back. Okay, so what we're going to do is, this side looks a little bit wonky. So I'm going to use my 18-inch ruler and put this on the side and straighten these edges. You guys always be careful when you're using a rotary cutter. This is actually soft, that's why I'm going back and forth. I always keep a sharp blade in here in my rotary cutter, but this table is bendy, so it's not an actual hard surface. So I trim that edge. I trim this edge. So somebody's going to get a cute little Christmas gift. Chris Mahana Kwanzaa. And when I trim this side, I'm just going from edge to corner, making sure that the block is straight. my favorite giant sharp scissors. Two. I'm on the edge of the table here. So it's a little wobbly, but it works. Okay. So now it is perfectly almost homesteading. Janet is in the bushes driving to get the car from the mechanic. Oh, good luck with that. So here we go. So now we're going to take the binding and we're going to start from the back and sew it. I'm sewing with 1/4 inch seams. And because I'm going to machine sew it to the front as opposed to the other one where I sewed it so that there would be blind stitching in the back. But I think this gold will look really nice on here. So I'm putting a 1/4 inch seam and I'm going to sew down to the edge up to down to a 1/4 inch from the end. Some of you have seen me do this before, and this is just something small, like I said, about 17 inches by 17 inches. So this will be quick. And in the next half an hour, you guys will know who will be getting this for Christmas. I appreciate those of you in the bushes. I see that there are 21 of you here. Yankee sister, I have a package waiting for you and the kids. And I just added to it today. It's a pickup, ma'am. So I've got a pin marking where the end of the 1/4 inches. Put the needle up, press her foot up, pull the thread out and cut it. I left a big opening at the front, and people use different size binding. I like 2.5 inches because I reuse 2.5 inches for so many things. So now I put this on a diagonal, cut it with my fingernails. Press it with my fingernails. And put it down. Now we're going to do, oops, somebody's dropping pins. Put it on this side. So this will be quick because it's just a small casserole pad that's really colorful. Or you can use it for anything. Oh, let me get to the bottom of the chat. I'm way away from the bottom. Uh-oh. Nikia Bennett. Oh, Panky is your family name. So then we are related. Send me an email. Sarah's Happy Hives, thanks you for coming. Dolores, thank you for coming. Nikia, I think we are you on here from Facebook? because I think we're friends on Facebook, and I am putting together a Panky family tree with the Thomas family tree, although Panky and Thomas names are interrelated, and I have a lot of information on Panky family history. So my email is at the bottom of the screen scrolling, ellenpanky at gmail.com. If you'd like to help support the channel, help with Christmas mailings, or help, I give, I do things for mostly seniors right now. I live in a senior community, and there are a lot of people from war torn countries here. There are veterans. There are people with dire needs. Did I say hi, Dolores? Thank you, thank you, thank you. And they have a lot of needs, so I just quietly give to them, or make. I've given a couple neck bone pillows to them, the support pillows. I've helped them make or given them some of these journal covers. I kept this one for myself because I don't really like red per se. I like animal prints and purple and turquoise. I was in a doctor's office yesterday, and a lady sat next to me, and she was admiring the purple jacket that I had on, but she had one that was kind of teal, and I liked hers. That's my second favorite color. Oh, Nakia, thank you so much. Oh, Nakia sent something, a donation. Thank you very much. I also, you guys, the Thomas family has a registered historic landmark, which is the family cemetery. And the state of Pennsylvania has documented all the people in there. My own grandfather is buried there. And I contribute. I contribute every year to the Thomas, and it's a nonprofit. It's a nonprofit foundation. They recently just replaced their fencing. Nobody cuts the grass. Only the family maintains it for historical purposes. That's a whole nother conversation, and I don't want to sew my fingers, so I won't be talking about that. I'm just going to do these four corners, you guys. Nakia, you love teal too? Yes. I have like bags that are that color, that mailing bags, and other things. So good friends become family, and family is everything. And I'm happy to have part of my biological family in here, although we have not necessarily met, because the Pankies are in the thousands, and we are all races and denominations and creeds. When you look at the family pictures, we're universal, we're international. We like all cuisines. I was talking to my grandson yesterday, and we were talking. I think he had a little cold, and I was wishing I could make him some chicken noodle soup or some soup. But he makes the best Thai food from scratch. And I was saying, but Cara, you haven't made any for Nana in a long time. But he's in LA. I'm in Connecticut. Sarah's Happy Hives. I'm trying to see. Are there any questions, you guys? How many of you would like this and think that this is a good gift, or you would like to win this? You could put your plants on it. It's a nice red and green holiday colors. They're not my colors that I'm making, but guess what? You know, too much of one thing is boring. So I'm trimming this little piece of fabric over there that was hanging over. Put one little pin on the corner. And so for my 15-minute challenge, I will do this, and I will put one of my labels on here. I won't take your time and do that on camera. Whoops. Almost went past the 1/4 inch. I had my pedal to the metal. So you see how fast this is going? Isn't this green going to look nice? Oh, and it's going to be double-sided, you guys. I forgot to tell you that part. So I'm folding the corner and going over here. Nakia Bennett. I'm just thinking, because I think on Facebook her name is Nick Breezy, Dr. Nick Breezy, as a matter of fact. As a matter of opinion, I think it's okay. And my sister Joanne Stevens, she just absolutely loves anything that her big sister makes. But I think, you know what? I think it's just a matter of having the love and the touch and the feel. So, everybody's saying they would like it. Almost Homesteading with Janet, Maria Graham, Sarah's Happy Hives, Karen's Little Garden. Oh, you guys, it's nothing like having something that somebody made with their own 2 hands with love, whether it's a meal or even just conversation. So I'm putting in a pin 1/4 of an inch from this side. And what I'm doing when I put the corners on a diagonal, this is how you make a mitered corner. I love mitered corners on my bindings. Do you have to make a mitered corner? Heck no. You can do a flip and sew. The last one I gave away, actually, Psalm 146 won that one, and in the giveaway, and that was a flip and sew. But I just thought that this green binding would set this fabric off, this pretty fabric, and so I had it, and that's what I'm doing. So let me get this folded to the corner. And of course I have a wooden iron, but it's not needed for this little thing. And I put one little pin in the corner. Dolores, I see you working on your arrow garden. So this little piece of fabric is the end, but I'm not throwing this away. I'm saving this, and it will go in a postcard or something. What I do want you to see is this corner. First I will, because it's slipping, I want to show you how I connect the edges. But let me just sew this corner down and show you, because when I should have shown you on the binding, I put the bindings on an angle so that they're not flat and lumpy. Kind of like a mitered corner, or you live in a house or something and you look in the corners and things have that diagonal cut. That's what I'm doing to the corners of this cute little casserole pad. For those of you who have who are content creators, this will be good to open your mail on, to show one of your plants or something. if you're cooking in public, to show your plate on. I've been looking at some of the, I will be doing more cooking videos. Why? Because I have a sous chef now. So you see where the beginning of this one is? So I know that my binding is 2.5 inches. So I'm going to make a little mark here. And I will show you. You're trying to garden? Oh, I can't wait to see you eat something that you grew. I'm going to send you some seeds, Dolores. Herbs especially, and herbs are good for you. So I made a little mark here so that I can see where the start of the other one is. And I'm going to mark 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. And I'm going to make a mark, and that's where I'm going to cut this fabric. This will not be wasted. All this beautiful fabric. I will show you. There's something called leaders and enders when you're sewing so that you don't waste thread and keep going. So another challenge, someone's making what they call dots and dashes, and they're sewing these pieces of fabric to a long strip. And then later on, what they're going to do is use those to make a quilt. There's so many little things you can do so that you're never bored and you're just always saving what you have and using scraps, using up your scraps. So you see, I didn't sew. Excuse me. I didn't sew when I started sewing on this edge. I didn't sew at the edge. I left all this loose. So I'm going to open this up, open this side up. Let me see. I'm going to open this side and put it flat. And the one that I'm connecting, I will put on a diagonal. I'm going to put a little pin here so that I can see the end of it. Haha. Dolores says she's gardening like me. We'll see. All you have to do, like Stacy, hands in the dirt, all you got to do is get some seeds and put them in the dirt or put them in some water. So you see this is brand new. Gonna keep this where I can find it so I can finish my projects. Next week I will show you how to square up your blocks so that they match perfectly every single time. I didn't square the ones up on here. So now I'm sewing from one corner of the edge of this binding to the other edge. I'll say back up. So this is like grandma cooking or making the cornbread or the biscuits or whatever. Yes, I make the 2 ingredient biscuits with the whipping cream and the self-rising flour. I can cook anything. If you unalive it, I can cook it. Auntie Joanne can tell you, I can cook anything. I can cook fancy stuff. I can cook rustic stuff. But I would rather be doing my arts and crafts and let the younger folks carry those big heavy pots for family meals. I used to have pots in North Carolina that would hold like 5 gallons, 5 gallon pots. I have a bowl up on top of the bookcase that holds five gallons. Yes, I said 5 gallons. When I do my greens or make chow chow, y'all from down south, you know what chow chow is? Your sister says, hi, she's listening in the bushes. So this is the seam I just sewed on a diagonal. You see how I connected it? And you can't even see it. So I'm going to open the seam up, and with my fingernails, or my non-fingernails, my finger nubs, I'm going to open it. Yes, I have a wooden roller and other kinds. Not necessary. Use what you have. Everybody has fingernails. So now when I fold this down, I want you to see this before I sew it, because now it's invisible. Look, I'm looking for it myself. Oh, it's right here. So now that's an invisible joining. It's not clumpy, it's not saggy, none of that. So now I go back and I'm just going to finish sewing that together. And where's my little stylus? I will use the edge of this for a stylus, just to make sure that the edge of the presser foot doesn't mush it down. Okay. So that's a wrap. So now we've got the binding attached to the back. So now what we're going to do is just finger press this, pull this forward, and we're just going to, thank you, Maria Graham says I'm doing a good job. So I'm going to just start in the middle. I never start on the edges. Why? Because people look on the edges and you can just turn this under. So now I'm going to just turn this under and sew the binding down. Did I have to put a binding on here? No. I just thought it would be cute and special. So I'm just using my hands and my fingers to press this. And why do you use a stylus? To keep your fingers from getting close to the needle. And I have fancy styluses, but you don't need it. You can use anything. You can use whatever you have. This is a purple seam ripper, and it was handy, so I decided to use it. So now I'm doing the same thing over here, going down to 1/4 of an inch. How do I know that it's 1/4 of an inch? Because I have the seam going over there. And I know I stopped there. And going to put the needle down. Wait a minute. So I took this off so that I could show this to you guys. So now I'm down in the corner You don't have to take it off, but I'm doing this so that I can show you that the corner is mitered. I actually should have stopped a, like a millisecond sooner, but I was talking and looking up, but it's all good. You know what? The thing about sewing is nothing is that serious. And this is going to be thick right here because it's not like a carpenter with a piece of wood. You can always go over it again. Okay, so I'll pay attention for the next one. MB Heritage Farms. Thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Aren't you going to a hillbilly joint tomorrow evening? To drop your link in the chat, put exclamation mark GQUAT, and all of you in the channel who in the chat who don't know each other, you can drop yours as well. Because some other people have come in and they can get to know you, you can get to know each other. Why? Because good friends become family, and family is everything. Okie doke. Oh, this is so cute, you guys. Yes, I could have made it for myself. Do I need anything else around here? No. I don't need anything else. So this one, before I get to the corner, I'm going to fold it up. So I'm holding it with my fingers. I'll look up in 1 minute, you guys, because I was running my mouth on the last corner and I didn't stop and turn quick enough. I'm going to backspace that a little bit. And turn this one under. Janice says she's back home watching again. MB Heritage Farms is speaking. Uh-oh. I missed. I'm looking at the phone over there. So no problemo. I sewed off the edge over there. So I'm just going to take my handy dandy little seam ripper. And if you never have to pull a stitch out, you're not sewing. You're just fooling yourself. So I pulled that out. See where I ran off the rails there? It's like you driving and looking around talking, and your car goes over on the side, hit those little side things where they rumble on the side of the road or the middle of the road. So going back to where I was, get my needle right in the exact spot. Boom, boom. Back up a little bit to secure the stitches. Okay. Hold on, you guys. My eyes are watering. Those of you who are beekeepers, I would love, love, love to have bees. Daddy used to always talk about when he was little and getting the honey and eating the honeycomb and also the sugar cane. The sugar cane. The kids used to eat it for candy, he said, when he was young. All right. So this is going to be so, so, so cute. And this green, this little green binding really makes it look festive. How many of you, how many of you make things by hand to sell or to give on your channel? Put a 2 in the channel, in the chat, like me too. Those of you who create things for others, either to give or to sell. So I'm turning this corner under before I get to the edge. Sorry, you guys. Oh, Sarah. Oh, Sarah, I do see you giving things away. MB Heritage Farms, I've seen you cooking too. I've seen you cooking. I've seen you cooking. A funny story. So, where did I go yesterday? Oh, I had to go to the dermatologist and we were talking, and I told you that I thought I was coming down with a little cold. And I have some fermented honey garlic. And the honey was some local honey. Whoa, almost ran off the edge again. Some local honey, and I had some garlic that I actually grew in my garden. And I fermented it for over a year, and to the point where the honey was almost as dark as the molasses in the garlic. So I put it in the refrigerator because it's ready to use. And I was going to take some yesterday, right? And I said, I'm going to be in this little room with this doctor for an extended period of time. I don't want them breathing that pure, raw, strong garlic. Boy, that'll kill what ails you. I tell you. I tell you. So guess what, you guys? In 2 minutes, we'll be finding out who is going to have this to put their Christmas ham on or open their mail or whatever they want to do. Whatever they want to do. By sewing this down with a sewing machine as opposed to sewing it by hand, it's going to be a lot more durable. This thing will be in use 25 years from now. Whoever gets this will be able to use it. So here we go. And yes, I could glue it, I could pin it, but I'm not. And we're almost done, you guys. I'm cutting the strings off from where I started it. This gold thread looks nice on top. That was really thick up there. But she sewed. She'll take a licking and keep on ticking. Ta-da! It's done. It's a wrap, y'all. So isn't she lovely? So look at this cute little casserole dish. Pull these strings off the back. It's double-sided. And goat soap. You make it with you make it with your goat's milk. You know what, MB? Where is it? Oh, this is my little goat bell. I used to have salmon goats on the farm in North Carolina. SANAAN. They're small dairy goats, and but I never learned how to milk anything. I was going to make some soap. I was going to T Hop 42. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. So this is going to be somebody's Christmas table runner. I will press it, and I made this with a leftover block and some extra fat fabric. And you can all take scraps or whatever you want and do this. So you use lye with your soap. I'm going to be making some soap pretty soon. I don't have any now. I guess I could get some whole raw milk from some of the neighbors around here. So you guys, let's get ready. Let's get ready to give away Jegs J3GS, the honey slanger. Speaking of honey, y'all. And all right, I'm going to put this inside my book so it doesn't disappear like my other one did. Okay, so now, oh wait, let me show you these up close. Can you see the little reindeer in the fabric? They're so cute. And I guess little teddy bears and just some polka dot. Over here, everybody likes fresh vegetables, fresh greenery. So, let me see. Let me think of a number. Wait, before you start, we're going to put start in the chat, but let me find something dark to write down this number. So it will be a number between. Push start in the chat, please. We're going to put a number between 200 and 300. Let's go. A number. Hey, Rachel, unbiased. Thank you. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Nieta. So we're going to put a number in the chat between 200 and 300. I got that from Mr. Arthur Bam and putting strange numbers in because people start ahead of time. Okay, keep going. Let's go. Between 200 and 300. The chat is moving now, boy. Keep going. The number is between 200 and 300. Robin Murphy, welcome. I don't know if I said hello to you before. Oh, that's okay. Keep going, you guys. Keep going. I'm blinking. My eyes are watering. Like when you look at the eye chart, they say blink because you can't see the numbers. A couple of you are really close. Keep going. Keep going. Oh, I guess this was a good number. Keep going. Keep going. Uh-oh. Stop. 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 Okay. What am I doing? Okay, stop. Somebody push stop. Somebody push stop. Okay. I need the moderators. Okay. That'll look a person in the eye when you're talking about money, right? Let me push this up. I got y'all down close and personal. Okay, stop. So the number is 269. And if I see correctly, passionately intrigued art, Tracy had 269 first. So if the moderators will go up, let me see. Go up and confirm that 269. My eyes are watering. Okay. Okay, there's start. Okay. Mike, Maria, can you help me determine 202? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. So, where Unbiased LLC is in blue, she put 202, then Miss Shirley 276, then PIA 269. Congratulations, Queen Tracy. Lay it on the couch. Crafty Leo. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Everyone says I have glaucoma. And plus, you guys make when you smile, they make your eyes watery anyway. So, Tracy, email Auntie Ellen at ellenpanky@gmail.com, and I will get this in the mail to you on Monday. Who else? Psalm 146, yours also. A PIA, do you mind having some patchouli essential oil sent on here? Because I like to put that on there, but I wanted to ask you first. It smells really good, and it's just something spiritual, something special about it. So let me know if it's okay, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And Mother Egoamote, I love each and every one of you. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this out if you enjoy the content. All right. So in American Sign Language, this is an I for I love you. This is an L. This is a U. This is how you say I love you in American Sign Language. I'm gonna tell you guys, and